show you guys how I made this flyer in CorelDRAW. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. Welcome to CorelDRAW, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is change our paper size, and the size we'll be making use of today is 1080 by 1350 pixels. All right, so to do that, locate your property bar and select under your units. You're gonna see pixels. All right, you can change that to 1080 by 1350 this way. All right, so you can either use inches or you can use pixels. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to our rectangle tool and double click on it. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove our black stroke. All right, this line over here is called a black stroke, so we're going to remove that by coming over here and right clicking on this just right there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select letter P to bring it to the frame. Now the next thing we're going to do is import the stock images, and all the stock images we'll be making use of. All right, so to do that, come over to file, locate import. All right, so when you do that, you come over to this and locate where your files are saved, just this way. So over here, guys, I have this shiny ghost text effect. We're going to make use of it in this tutorial. All right, so I'll put everything for you guys in the down description below. I'm going to put the link for you guys to download and make use of it. All right, so I'm going to select all of this, select all this, and basically click on import, and I'm going to drop this over here just right there, and that is what we're going to have. So this tutorial will be straightforward, unique, and that is it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this image, we're going to scale it up this way, and we're going to bring it to this part. All right, so once you do that, scale it up again this way, make it very big, that spot. All right, so we're going to just leave that to that. Then we're going to right click and select power clip inside, then we're going to place it into this frame, and I'm going to right click and select edit power clip to adjust just this way. All right, adjust again. So this is what we're going to have. So I'm going to give it I'm going to convert to effect, select adjust, then select image adjustment lab, or you can use brightness and contrast. If you're using a lower version, you can see brightness and contrast. So you can just click on this image and come over to this. We can reset this, and we're going to add our contrast to this, increase the contrast to maybe 13. All right, then we're going to click on OK. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on finish, and then right about that, I'm going to just select this color, eyedropper color 2, pick a color here and drop it just right there, and we're going to just leave that to that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our text. All right, so you can basically you can just all right, we'll leave that to that. We're going to select our transparency tool, we're going to select our rectangle tool, draw a box just right here. So once we do that, we're going to give it this color, and we're going to right click and to remove the black stroke. Then we're going to select our transparency tool over here. Then we're going to fade out this to blend to the background just right there, and that is what we're going to have. So I'm going to just basically take this up this way, take it up again, and I'm going to right click and select power clip, then place it into this frame. All right, if you have any question, please don't forget, drop me a comment in the comment section below. So I'm going to come over to my text tool over here, text notepad. All right, then you can see we have the names of the fonts we'll be making use of. So I'm going to select all the information here, use Ctrl+C to copy, then come over to your text, then put your cursor here, then use Ctrl+V to paste it. Then we're going to reduce our we're going to reduce the font this way, then we're going to give it a white color, so we're going to have or see what we're doing. I'm going to bring in the logo of this, place it just right here. All right, we're going to place the logo just right here. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to basically cut this. All right, cut this and paste it over here. Then I'm going to select this image and bring it down here. So you can see we're having some white particles here. So we're going to just come over to effects, select feathering. All right, then we're going to just give it maybe 2%. All right, then that is it for now. So I'm going to just change the font of this to, okay, the name of the font we're making use of. We're going to just take the name of this font here and paste it. Why I'm putting the names for you guys is for you guys to just, you know, download it and use the names and download it, guys. So just copy the name of the font. The name is called this. All right, then you can just go in there and maybe select other options. All right, so we're going to leave that, but I think the font I prefer to use here is called Bebas. All right, so I'm going to just reduce that this way, place it just right here. All right, so once I place it, I'm going to use my shape tool and drag out just this way, and we're going to reduce that a bit and leave that to that. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to cut out this after party, paste it here, and the font I'll be making use of this, we're going to change the font to this one. All right, then we're going to select this font this way, select this font, but make sure you have the bold one. You select the bold one. All right, so once you do that, you're going to basically highlight everything, change it to uppercase, shift F3 on your keyboard, then click on OK. Then you're going to break this apart, put your cursor here, break it apart, but the font is not looking bold as I want, so I'm going to just change the font to Campton Black because I want it to be very bold. All right, so we're going to just select Campton Black bold, something of that. So let me just copy the name of this font and put it for you guys over here and leave that. So right about that, I'm going to use Ctrl+K on my keyboard to break this apart. Then I'm going to place this one just right here. Then I'm going to scale this up this way. So once I scale it up, I'm going to reduce this way, then bring this one over here. Then we're going to just reduce that again and again. All right, so we're going to scale this up this way. So when we scale it up, we'll leave this over here. Scale this up this way. Then I'm going to change it to black. Then I'm going to export it. Come to effect, file, select export. All right, so once you come over to export, you're going to click on, maybe let me click on desktop. Then I'm going to use tutorial to save it, tutorial text. All right, then I'm going to come over to this. Make sure your save as type is on PNG. Then you're going to click on export. Then this is going to come up, leaving you with this. Then just click on OK. Make sure it's on transparency too. All right, so coming over here, you can see I told you guys we'll have this shiny text gold effect. Then just double click on it, and once you double click on it, it's going to open this way. All right, make sure you have Photoshop launched on your system. Photoshop should be launched in your system. Then basically double click on this, and it's going to take you into Photoshop. All right, it's going to take you into Photoshop. All right, so while we wait for that to load, please subscribe to this channel. So right about that, this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to basically bring this one here, bring this one here. I want to let's basically, we're going to double click on this thumbnail. All right, mind you, I'm not a Photoshop designer, I'm not a Photoshop user, so just follow the full step of what I'm doing here to understand what I'm doing. So we're going to replace this gold, all right, with the one we exported. So we're going to just uncheck this. Once you click on this icon here, it's going to remove this. So come over to your desktop and basically pick the one you just exported and scale it up this way. Once you scale it up again, make it big, and you can click on this sign here. Then what you're going to do is close this tab and click on yes to replace the one you had earlier. All right, so this is it. Basically, this is it, and that is what you're gonna have. So what you're gonna do is come over to this background, uncheck it. All right, so once you uncheck it, that's what you're gonna have. So you can basically do more further stuff by going to edition, and you can see this. If you see anywhere that has shadow, all right, this one has no shadow. All right, so let me see this light, and let's leave the light the way it is. Then we're gonna click on if file, and go to export, click on export, save as type. All right, so a dialog box is going to come up. So you're going to save this as PNG file. So once this thing comes up, you're going to save it as PNG file this way. All right, this tutorial is going to be very simple, unique, and straightforward. All right, so please, while we're waiting for this, please don't forget to subscribe. So this is supposed to display, and I think it's displaying already. So you can see this is what you're gonna have. So click on export, and just basically save it. So once you save it, come over to your download where you saved it. Come to your download. All right, so come to download, and that is it over here. So just basically bring it to CorelDRAW, and you can see what we have here. So what you're gonna do is convert it to bitmap. Reason because I don't want it to be heavy. All right, so once you convert it to bitmap this way, it's going to process this way. Then come over to your shape tool. You can see the anchor point is kind of very big. Then you can see the lines. So select the line, drag the line, and reduce this way, drag here, reduce this way, drag here, and reduce this way, drag here, reduce this way. Then basically you can scale this down, and what you're going to do is bring it down here, and paste it just right here, and scale this up. So once you do that, you can just basically leave that to that for now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this. All right, once you cut that, you're going to just basically break this apart. And the font we'll be making use of this is called Steel Bebas. That's same font, and can basically give it 10% gray. Scale it up this way, make sure it is aligned to this. And the font we'll be making use of this is called Autograf. All right, any font I don't know, I'm going to tell you guys I don't know. So I'm going to just place this one over here and give it a red color. So once you do that, this is what you are going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to this part and place it over here. All right, so the font we'll be making use of this is same Bebas we used earlier. Then I'm going to cut this one and paste it here. Then we're going to change the font to Bebas. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to play around this by reducing the font this way. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to break it apart using Ctrl+K so we can play around it. So the next thing we're going to do is, first of all, bringing your ruler over here to place this just right here. So once you do that, you can see let this just be here. So guys, basically if you have any question, please drop me a comment in the comment section below. All right, so guys, what you're going to do now is you're going to drag this one over here. Just make sure they are all aligned. All right, so what you're going to do now is just hold on. My system is kind of loading. All right, so what you're going to do is just to make sure everything is aligned. All right, what you're going to do now is I'm going to bring in my rectangle tool, draw a box this way, and come over to this and select this color. All right, maybe let's give it a, all right, let's add extra color to it. So this is it. Come over to this and use shift page up to bring it forward. Then you're going to give it same black color. nothing much. All right, so what you're going to do is I'm going to just drag this one. This is section for 10. All right, so make sure this one is aligned to this, and you're going to give it this same color. So once you do that, make sure it is aligned over here also, and that's it. This is stable for this. And the next thing you're going to do is select this, make sure this and this are aligned properly. Same applicable to this one. All right, so what you're going to do is this is this and this together, this and this together. All right, solder and mixer, then hooker. All right, so these are things you're going to get once you. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change this. All right, so I'm going to use the color of the brand, which is this, but I'm going to make sure this is, we're going to select their color. So double click on this color thumbnail over here. So we're going to make sure the color of the brand is light purple. They make use of purple. All right, so once you do that, come over to color viewer, come over to your this, and drag this one, all right, to this spot. All right, so this is the color of the brand. All right, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to select this, and all right, font 9. Then we're going to make sure we give same font to this. All right, so basically this is fonts. All right, select this font. All right, so what I did was I copied this same exact font size to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one, I'm going to cut it just right here. Or to get the perfect stuff, we're going to do same thing to this by breaking it apart using Ctrl+K, and we're going to drag this one over here. All right, you're going to copy just as this. All right, so we're going to just select this and use Shift Page Up to bring it forward. Then the next thing you're going to do is give it same black color, and hold Shift on your keyboard to align this properly to the middle. All right, you can see this is section of 4. You're going to drag this one over here and make sure you can group it and make sure this and this are together. All right, so basically give it same color as this as we did earlier, but you can actually bring this one to this part. And the next thing you're going to do is make sure this and this are together. So but the next thing is, since this and this are actually the same, instead of dragging and dragging, let's copy and paste this one here and change the information by, this is 1, and this is same solder and mixer and hooker. I think that is just the information that is different there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this one up, take it up a bit, and I'm going to select my freehand tool and draw this way. All right, then I'm going to give it a gray line just a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one, bring these guys over here. All right, then I'm going to cut it this way. Then I'm going to place it just right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the font to, this is called TacticSan. All right, then once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So you're going to reduce the font this way and basically break it apart using Ctrl+K. Then you're going to scale this one up this way, scale it up this way. Then you're going to basically scale this one up this way, and once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to select my freehand tool and draw a line just right here. Bring the next one down here and leave that to that. And the last thing I'm going to bring is this guy, which is, we're going to change the font to this. All right, so once you do that, bring it just down here and make sure it aligns to this. So the instruction was, this should be beside the number. All right, so we're going to basically reduce this one, bring it over here, and that's it, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is we'll basically reduce this guy a bit. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in this guy. I'm just going to place it just right here. All right, I'm going to just place it just right here. Earlier I wanted to just bring it somewhere, but I think I prefer it the way it is. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring in this guy. All right, bring in this light flare. Once you bring in the light flare, basically select transparency 2, go to your mesh mode and select screen, and that is what you're going to have. So you can just place it strategically, paste one here. Once you do that, this is what you're going to have. So you can see there's a line over here, so use your transparency 2 and fade it out that way. Or basically, before you do anything, let's change it to normal, convert it to bitmap, fade out all the edges so you don't get all those sharp, all those lines that you normally get. So guys, that is it. Convert it to bitmap. So once you're done converting, come over to this space and select screen, and that's what you're gonna have. So come down here, bring another one here, and that's it. That is it. Reduce this one to be more smaller, and that is what you are going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, scale it up this way. Once I scale it up, select your transparency to change it to screen. All right, so once you do that, scale it up and don't put it to his face, just bring it closer, a bit closer, this way. Then right click and select power clip, place it into the frame, and you can see the light by the side. And the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to select this over shape, draw a line, or sorry, a circle, then give it the red color. Then you can basically copy this and type 18 plus and bring it just here and reduce that, and you can reduce it this way. Then just strategically place it just right here and leave that to that. So we're going to just delete this ones, delete this ones. Then if you look closely, this is how I designed this, or we designed this flyer in CorelDRAW. If you have any question, if you're confused in any way, please drop me a comment in the comment section below, and see you guys in my next video.